It all began on a cold November morning, the kind of quiet that feels pregnant with meaning. The camera lingers on an empty news studio, lights dimmed, the once bright Fox & Friends logo flickering in the gloom. A single chair, the curvy couch, sits deserted. Where has Ainsley Earhardt gone, and why? Ainsley Earhardt has been a familiar face on Fox News for nearly 2 decades. A comforting presence to millions of early morning viewers. But rumors of her exit are now swirling. Whispers about a secret pregnancy, a fraught relationship, a sudden departure. What is the tragic truth behind the headlines? Tonight, we dive deep. She started her career with ambition and warmth. Born in Spartanburg, South Carolina, she worked her way up through local news, eventually landing at Fox News in 2007. In 2012, she became co-host of Fox & Friends First. Then, in 2016, she replaced Elizabeth Hasselbeck on the main Fox & Friends couch, a moment she had dreamed of. She was more than a morning anchor. She became a voice viewers trusted, a gentle but firm moral compass, someone who could speak about faith, family, and politics in the same breath. But behind the polished smile and the early morning banter lay a complicated personal life. Ainsley shares a daughter with her ex-husband, Will Proctor. Their relationship ended in 2019. Then, in 2024, she accepted a Christmas proposal from Sean Hannity, not just a Fox News colleague, but a man with whom she shared both faith and a long-distance love. The proposal was romantic. A church in Florida, candles, her saying yes. But the logistics were brutal. She remained in New York with her daughter. He stayed in Florida. Their relationship was built on weekends together, thousands of miles apart. It worked until, suddenly, it didn't. The first red flag came when Ainsley vanished from Fox & Friends without warning. Fans noticed. On social media, the silence reverberated. During her absence, Kayla McEnany filled in quickly, cleanly, as if nothing was missing. But her disappearance sparked speculation. Was she stepping away voluntarily, or being pushed? Was something darker happening behind the scenes? Whispers grew louder. Blind items hinted at a Fox blonde pregnant by her primetime partner. Online, people connected the dots. Sean Hannity, missing co-host, secret pregnancy. But there was no confirmation. Ainsley never publicly addressed the rumors. Hannity stayed quiet. Their longtime Fox News audience was left in the dark, torn between disbelief and curiosity. Then came the most explosive claim, that she would formally depart Fox News at the end of November. But here's where things get even weirder. The sources aren't mainstream. The reports originate from fringe sites, Facebook pages, and questionable tabloids. Not verified statements from Fox leadership. No official Fox News press release, no heartfelt farewell segment, just a vacuum where her voice used to be. What if the departure is real, but not what it seems? Inside Fox News, some insiders whisper about a falling out with former colleague Kimberly Guilfoyle. Reports suggest the two were once close, but after Guilfoyle left the network, their friendship quietly evaporated. There are no public statements, just absence. No posts, no interactions, no mention. Did a major rift contribute to Ainsley's decision, or was it something deeper, more personal? The heart of the mystery may lie in her faith. Ainsley has long been vocal about her Christian beliefs. Her engagement with Hannity was rooted in shared spiritual values. But religious life can be heavy, and sometimes, public faith comes at a cost. She has been linked to religious programming, guiding listeners through teachings of Christ in a new spiritual role, even as her on-air presence fades. Is she leaving the screen to lead in a different way? There's also the question of family. By choosing not to live full-time with Hannity, Ainsley is acknowledging something painful, putting her daughter's stability first. The decision echoes their long-distance relationship, a love anchored by faith, tested by distance, defined by sacrifice. In public, she's always been composed, steady, but in private, perhaps she's been struggling. Could rumors of pregnancy, her disappearance from the set, and her abrupt departure all point to a deeply personal crossroads? A woman torn between career, love, motherhood, and faith. And yet, after the storm of speculation comes silence. No denials, no Instagram statements, no farewell monologue. Just an empty chair. As the weeks tick toward the end of November, the questions multiply. Is Ainsley leaving to protect her family's privacy? Is she stepping into a spiritual role behind the scenes? Did the world she built at Fox begin to crumble under pressure? Or is this all a rumor, an elaborate story spun by media desperate for drama? One thing is clear, regardless of how this ends, her journey will mark a turning point. Ainsley Earhardt's story has never been just about ratings or politics. It's about faith, resilience, and personal sacrifice. Her exit, real or imagined, forces us to ask, how much do we lose when someone we trust vanishes without an explanation? And how do we interpret the silence that follows? Maybe she's walking away on her own terms. Maybe she's leaning into a different calling. Or maybe, just maybe, she's hiding something that would shatter the image she's built for years. In the end, there is no final chapter yet, only a pause, a void, a tragic pause full of questions. What does it mean when a familiar voice falls silent? What does she become when the lights go dark? Who will replace her, and will the couch ever feel the same? Whatever the answer, one thing remains. Ainsley Earhardt's story is not done, and until she chooses to share the ending, we will keep watching, wondering, waiting.